This is a public service announcement.
Hey, welcome to Farmcraft. I'm John, and this is a public service announcement. The question is there a proper use for galvanized fittings? So I installed these galvanized fittings 9 years ago on my hot water heater. Recently I was having some issues and I had to take it apart, and they are almost completely clogged. So can you see there how clogged that thing is? There's maybe 50% flow in that. This side looks pretty good on the outside. Look at the inside. See how plugged that is? That's ridiculous. Junk. 9 years. So you might say, well, maybe you just shouldn't use them on regular water. Maybe you could use them on like a propylene glycol system, like for a wood boiler, say. Well, it turns out I have one of those. I even treat it with rust inhibitor. 9 years, totally clogged. Actually even a little bit worse than these were. Why do they even sell these? What are these for if they won't last more than a decade before they're totally clogged and you have to replace them? Junk! Especially when you consider we have brass which will last forever. I've talked to well guys, they pull a well pump or whatever and they find brass fittings, they clean them up and they reuse them. I guarantee you not a single one of these gets reused. We've got copper, this stuff will last forever. Alright, to be fair, nothing lasts forever. What I'm talking about is 50 plus years. I've read that there's copper systems that are still in service from when copper plumbing was invented. They haven't even had to be replaced once yet. We've even got stainless steel. Now stainless steel isn't bad, I'd be careful with it because there's different grades of stainless steel. So we've got plastic, like PEX pipe. We've got ABS pipe. This stuff's cheap, works great, doesn't rust, will last forever. We've got PVC pipe, also very commonly used. So why are we using this? I really thought for a long time, what would be a proper use for this? Finally, I did come up with one good reason that you would want to use these pipes. And that is if your career is a plumber and you're looking for job security. You know every time you install them, they're going to need your help in the future. More money to come. So let's take a screwdriver and clean this out a little bit, shall we? All of that out of that one fitting. That fitting is 3 inches long. Yeah, let's clean this one up a little bit too. That's good enough. Want a drink of water? No? Look at that. Crystal clear water to that. And that was in about 8 inches of galvanized pipe. Cheers! So seriously, just letting people know, I fell for it too. I figure, hey, all the plumbing stores stock this stuff. The stuff must be okay. But think about it. Why are we putting water inside of iron when we all know iron rusts? We have these other materials like copper, brass, and various plastics that don't have any problem with water. So why are we using this? There is no good reason why we're using this, and we should stop. So even if you don't do your own plumbing work, when the plumber comes and he's working on something, just tell him no iron pipe, no galvanized, no iron. He can use PVC or ABS or PEX or brass or copper, no iron. Everyone will be better off in the long run. If you think I'm off base, comment below. Would like to hear, maybe I missed something here. And just an aside, I went to the plumbing store. I talked to the guy at the desk about it, and he laughed and said, yep, the only reason to use galvanized is if you want to replace it again in a few years. No reason to use it. Junk. Junk. So my conclusion is these things should not be used. You certainly shouldn't put water in them, or any other liquid for that matter. These things suck.